Ethereum. Okay, so still very bullish. I'm looking for it to break some areas of resistance. This would be a nice one. If it can break this area, then I mean it's got this major area it's got to deal with too, so might be getting ahead of ourselves with that one. But you know, you start looking at Ethereum's monthly range, there is just a lot of wicks here. So this is a little bit different than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, as far as the monthly closing, looked really good and looked really bullish going into next month, but this one not as much, because I understand this monthly candle came down and it's dipping back, but not enough, and there's too many wicks. I mean, since August of 2022, so a year, actually more than that, since June of 2022, price has not been above, you know, the $2,000 mark. So Ethereum's a little iffy, so I wouldn't say, you know, a buy is as clear as like Bitcoin, but I mean it's still something to consider. Price is still above this moving average, so I mean you could definitely get something like this, you know, shoot for like, you know, 1980. If it breaks this area, you could probably get a buy, but it's just not going to be worth a lot. Like, you wouldn't want to target, you know, anything above $2,000, because price has not been above that in a very long time, and it's not clear enough to make that projection, you know, in my opinion. So I think price would have to break this area here, essentially the $1,900 mark, and if it breaks and holds above 1900, then it'll go to 1980. I mean, that's kind of the high spot of this zone. Well, as far as the daily goes, yeah, you got about $2,000, so you'd be good to go between, you know, 1980, this, so the top of this zone, and then the bottom of this zone. So you'd be good from like 1900 to $2,000 for Ethereum, but after that, not good. And then, so I mean, if you got in, like, let's say price came up here, came back, and then you entered, I mean, you could get like a 3 to 4 R if you tighten this stop up a little bit. If you use a stop loss, you could do that. There's just not a lot of reward there for me. I mean, I like higher than 3. I like closer to double digits, and I like targeting the full monthly range. So, but for this, I don't see that happening. So that's Ethereum.